You know, I do a lot of 440s, I do a lot of Hemis, Chevys, but this is something special. This is something different. This is a NASCAR engine, you guys. Hey guys, look what I've got here in my shop. I've got a NASCAR engine which belongs to the NASCAR 50 series. LS2 motor, 364 cubic inch with a regulated Holley carburetor 390 CFM for a NASCAR series. And as you can see, there is no oil pan on this engine. It's got an external oiling system, an external pump right over here. It's belt driven off the crankshaft right here in the front. You see it? It's driven off a belt. The pump is external mounted. It's got no oil pan. As you can see, it's flat right under the crankshaft. And it's brought out through a pump. Through here, it goes through this container, it makes a splash. It's got certain items in there that prevent it from splashing or foaming. And then it goes down here, it goes through the oil filter and then back into the engine. All this plumbing is unique and it's all got to be precise. Yeah, you want oil leaks and you know you're running on the track for a long time, you got to make sure you have no oil leaks because that's pretty dangerous. I just want to make a test for you guys can see because there's a lot of this stuff here is confidential. I cannot say. But you know what? I have it on the dyno. My client brought it here just to see what kind of power and horsepower and torque it's going to make. So we're just going to make one test to see how it goes. But I just wanted to show you guys what a NASCAR setup is. So what I've got here is an all aluminum LS2 engine. You know, I've done a lot of old Chevy motors, and you know what? When it comes to GM, these LS motors, all aluminum engines, are great engines. Let me tell you, for power-wise, they are great engines. They're not heavy, they're light, they're strong, they're durable, and you know what? What can you more can you ask for? For NASCAR, perfect.
Nick has had all kinds of powerful engines on his dyno, but he still gets excited when something different comes along.
So I got it here, we set it up, a lot of plumbing involved, but you know what? I said, let me just do this test for this gentleman. I gotta see what it sounds like because after all, how often you get a NASCAR engine in a dyno room? So I wanna make a test, I wanna see how it goes. I cannot show you guys the numbers, but I'm just excited to see how this thing sounds and runs. We're gonna start at 4,000 RPM, run it up to 6,600 RPM at 300 RPMs per second. And that's all I could say, that's all I could do. So if you guys wanna hear it, let's get it started and stay tuned and listen to it. You know, I do a lot of 440s, I do a lot of Hemis, Chevys, but this is something special. This is something different. This is a NASCAR engine, you guys. These are engines that run on the track and do laps and laps and laps. Not a street cruiser, not a drag racer, just goes around and round and round and doesn't stop. So this is a great engine. I wanted to get it on the dyno. You know, my client just wanted to, he took it out of the car after running it so many laps. You know, it's a used engine, but he just wanted to see what kind of power it's going to make, and he wanted to see if the oil pressure was good and all that. So he brought it here. He says, Nick, put it on the dyno, just run it for a few times. I just want to see how it is, and that's all I needed to know. Just want to make sure it's got no noises, no leaks. So you know what? Make a couple of blasts for me, and let's see how it goes. And you know, these cars run on the track, from what I hear, they run maybe 150 laps with no air filter. So you can imagine, you're running on a track 150 laps without an air filter. So these engines take a lot of beating. So you know, they gotta be built really, really good. Anyways, here it is. And it's all about NASCAR right here in Nick's garage. Yeah, I remember watching NASCAR back in the days when Daytona 500 used to be one of my favorites when I used to watch it. Richard Petty. I remember him running a Ford Torino in '69. Then Plymouth came over to Superbird. He went back to Plymouth, kept the same colors, the same number 43, and ran for Plymouth for so many years. And you know what? I sure love NASCAR, Daytona 500, going around the track for 500 laps. And actually, I've been to Talladega. I've been to Daytona 500 in Florida. And there's nothing more exciting than NASCAR, let me tell you. Okay, I want to give a special thanks to the anonymous team that brought me this engine to put on the dyno. I don't want to say any team or any names because it's all anonymous, it's all secret. And you know, so that's part of the excitement, you know, when you bring it here and you know, everything has to be shush. But you know, not everything is open to the public. For example, when my brother Philip built his engine for NHRA stock racing, when you do the engine, you don't want to give out all the information. The same here with NASCAR. Each team has its own thing. They all have regulations, so you got to do the best with what you have to get the maximum horsepower. So before I get started, I should say, gentlemen, start your engines. They run it at 180 degrees Fahrenheit, so I'm going to bring the temperature up to 180. This is an LS2 motor. It's a 364 cubic inch. It's all aluminum, so it's going to take some time to warm up. So we're going to turn off the water pump on and off so we can regulate the water temperature to 180 degrees Fahrenheit.
As excited as he is to have a real NASCAR engine on his dyno, Nick has to remain focused. Even a used backup engine like this one is a very valuable item.
It's going to take a while to warm up. I'll keep shutting off the water pump so I can get the temperature up. Now this is all top secret. I'm not going to show anything here. And I'm just going to make one blast so you guys can hear the sound effect of a NASCAR engine here in my dyno. Yes, it's an LS2 364 cubic inch. And it's got only a 390 CFM Holley carburetor. That's what it's regulated at. And it's made by Robert Yates Engine Building. They built this engine, and that's the only place that you can get these engines for this type of NASCAR Vintage Series. I'm ready. So here we go. Okay, so we're going to make a test. Promise, we're going to take it up to 6600. I'm only allowed to make one test because I didn't build this engine, so we're just going to make one test just so you guys can hear the sound of a NASCAR engine here in Nick's garage. So here we go. We're going to take it to 6600. It starts at 4,000. We're going to go to 6600. And there's the water temperature, ready to go. have it, you guys. This is a NASCAR engine on Nick's garage. I love the plumbing with the oil joy sump system it's got on the engine. But I cannot say what happened. I don't want to say anything. Everything went well. I'm not going to say any horsepower torque readings. But I just wanted you guys, the viewers, to hear the sound of this engine in my shop. So, what do you think, you guys? That's a NASCAR engine right here in Nick's garage. You know, we do a lot of other engines, but here we have a NASCAR Pinty series. I wish I could tell you guys what I see here, but I can't. You know, this is all confidential. It belongs to a racing team. So anyways, this is fascinating numbers from what I've got here, but I can't say anything. I'm sorry, but those are the rules. And you guys, thanks for watching. And you guys, if you look down below the video, we have a whole bunch of merchandise that you guys can buy. So whatever you like, buy it, love it, wear it, and enjoy it. And help spread the word of Nick's Garage. And if you have some time, check out our Patreon page. We have extra content and you guys can watch it and take it from there. And we'll see you next time.